Staying on the left side, we move up into the top section. Start by parting off a steep diagonal back from the natural part to the previous section. Over-direct the hair back with tension, and with high elevation, feather on the lightener, focusing the strength toward the hairline edge. Next, create a triangle section by taking a diagonal back parting from the intersection point of the last parting to the middle of the front section. Paint on the product in the same manner, with the half V tapering back to maintain the flow of color. Cover the two sections with clear wrap. Next, take a parting from the hairline to the middle of the last section. Hold with firm tension, slightly over-directed back with mid-elevation, and paint on the lightener in the same pattern as before. It's helpful to position your body behind the section you are painting for easier control of your color brush. With a less is more approach in mind, and since our focus of blonde strength is aimed at the front hairline, we will take the last big section as one. Paint on the product in the same way, tapering it back. Cover this side of the top with clear wrap, and let's move on to finishing the application on the other side on the top. Now on the longer side of her natural left part, we start by taking a steep diagonal back. Hold the section firmly, over-directed back, and with mid to high elevation, paint on the lightener in a half V tapered back pattern. Just like you did on the previous top side, take a long diagonal back parting from the middle of the front section to the crown. Feather on the product, building up weight in the middle, then distributing it up toward the apex at the hairline, then tapering it down the length to the ends. Now cover these sections with clear wrap. Next, have your client tilt their head slightly toward you for easier access, then create a parting from the natural hairline to the middle of the last section. Split the section once again with another slight diagonal back. Paint on the product in the same method, tapering the lightener from front to back. Now cover these two sections for added control. Moving up and back, take another diagonal back section and paint on the lightener in the same feathering motion. Pull the last section down and repeat the painting process. Lastly, take a U-shaped parting in the back. Take this last crown section and paint on the lightener to give the look of a full connected feel. Holding this section firmly at a low elevation, paint the lightener on in a low V pattern. Cover this last section and let's move on to root shadow and toning. It alone. Another bonus to moving forward in vertical back partings is that we can lessen the amount of depth we add as we approach the hairline, making room for more brightness around the face. It's also easier to leave out the hairline highlights and avoid accidentally coloring them. In some cases, bumping the front section with root shadow is necessary to control warmth at the line of demarcation. Make sure to also match the same amount of color placement on the opposite side for balance. Once the root shadow is on, allow it to process for only 5 to 7 minutes, at which point we will add a toner to the mid-lengths and ends, blending the two colors together at the point of impact, and then leaving it on for an additional 5 to 10 minutes or until your desired end tone is reached. Now it's time to see our finished look. Here you can see our finished balayaged look. After her hair has been dried and styled, notice the perfect blend of newly sun-kissed pieces and the subtle melt of color from roots to ends, making this low-maintenance, client-friendly look appear natural. With more strength of brightness toward the front of this A-line bob, this technique is perfect for shorter hairstyles like this, and is a dream to maintain at the salon for retouches. For formulas and downloadable head sheets to replicate this look on your own, make sure to visit the first segment in this color series.